such a pussy when it comes to the ocean. I was in Hawaii and we went snorkeling, dive in the water and you're staring down, and it was cool. We were by this reef, but all I was thinking is, I just need to see one of these motherfuckers and I'm never getting in this water again. One of those motherfuckers.
I kind of want to do that now. I couldn't. I was too heavy before I was past the weight limit that you could go do some diving.
How'd you
and I would always
weight?
tell myself I didn't want to do it, but now I want to do it.
Yeah, you can tell yourself a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mitch Hedberg used to have a joke about writing that when he gets a funny idea, he writes things down, or if he's lazy, he convinces himself
it was not that funny.
How did you lose the weight?
I really just changed I got a trainer. That was a big part of it. I just changed my diet and started exercising a bunch. Went from a guy who didn't exercise at all and ate multiple Philly cheesesteaks a day to a guy who eats a bunch of boneless, skinless chicken breasts and protein shakes, and now I work out like 6 times a day. And,
wow.
Yeah. Just it seemed like I was gonna die if I didn't.
So what do you do for working out these days?
A lot of weightlifting, a lot of today I did, just a lot of back, a little biceps, one arm rows and whatnot, just general weightlifting.
So, but you do it a lot.
Yeah.
Do you find it has an effect on your mood, on how you feel?
Oh, absolutely.
How much better do you feel? And how much do you attribute it to the working out, the losing weight, or both of them together?
It's a combination, definitely. The diet and just feeling better, nutrition wise, is very helpful. But just doing 2 shows a night now, that used to be a thing for me. I used to be like really tired afterwards, and now it's no problem. I do a lot of voiceovers and other little things, and so I'm always bouncing around from going like doing shows on the weekend and coming home and then having to go do voiceover on Monday morning and taking care of my son and helping him with his homework, and just being able to do that and not being like, oh, I gotta go pass out, I'm tired. That's really the biggest deal, being able to take on more, so then I'm able to make more money. So
I was carrying my daughter around on my shoulders the other day. She likes to get carried around. She's 63 pounds. And while she's on my shoulders, after 40 minutes or so of that, like, it's fucking rough. Like, it starts really hurting your neck, you start getting really tired, and I had to put her down. And I was thinking, like, how crazy is that there's a lot of people that just carry that much extra around with them all the time. They're always carrying around an extra 60 pounds. And you don't think it's that much of a deal until you don't have it and then you walk with it.
Yeah.
And you realize, like, and it's just like, even if it's not that, like, when a kid's sitting on your neck, it's not like the ideal place to carry all the weight. They actually make a thing. There's a company called the Outdoorsman. They make a thing called the Atlas Pack. It's like a backpack frame, but at the back of it is like one of those weightlifting posts. So you could slide an Olympic barbell or a Olympic plate on, and 2 plates. You can put as much as 90 pounds on it, clamp this thing down. And then it's sitting more on your hips. It's way easier to carry. But even that, still, it's fucking sucks, man. Walking around with just 45 extra pounds on your back sucks.
Yeah, just getting, just being like in my mid-30s and being like, oh, my knees are hurting. I never played football. I never did anything like that. My knees shouldn't be hurting. And,
right.
And just knowing, I think I had to just change my mindset about, like, before when I was just doing stand-up to do it and didn't think I was going to be successful, it didn't matter. I was just like, I'm just living for today. Give me free pizza. Give me whatever. And then it was like, once this thing started changing a little bit, I was like, oh, things are happening. I still don't even really know what I'm doing. If I give myself a better chance and take care of my health, take care of my body, let me see how far I can push these gifts, push these skills, and it became more about not wanting to waste opportunities.
That's very cool. That's cool. I like that. So your love of stand-up made you sort of concentrate even more on your own body.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, not your love of yourself, not your love of your body. Like, of course, like, you have to go through, no matter what you do in your life, you're going through it with your body. But it was your love of stand-up. Then you're like, God, I got to do something about this fucking body.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, love of stand up, love of my son, and love of fashion. And I didn't, when you get to a certain size, all your shirts got dogs on them, and I don't want that anymore.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it gets like you get into that triple XL. Like, I'm happy whenever anybody does anything that benefits their health, whether it's for whatever your motivation. The end result is always good. It's always good, no matter what. Motivation's positive or negative. If you want to prove somebody wrong, or you just want to do better, just have a better path, So it's so attainable for so many people. So many people could at least be way healthier, at least have way more energy, at least like understand, like not that feeling of just being like all day. And every time I cheat, like with burgers and fries and like milkshakes and shit like that, if I really go off the deep end with my diet, I feel like dog shit. I feel terrible. It hits me. I'm like, oh. And then you got to realize, hey, man, this is how a lot of people feel all the time.
Yeah, that's the big deal for me. Is the same thing. Just going off, ate half a burger and was feeling so sick. And then I was like, man, I used to live like this every meal.
Yeah.
And my body, is just a, testament of what your body's capable to adapt to, But once you start going the other way and start really getting healthy, and your body becomes more sensitive to it, you really are like, oh, I prefer not to cheat, You still got to have that balance. You got to have fun.
There's nothing wrong with an ice cream or something like that every now and again, or some sort of a dessert, but they just think that your body has to be accustomed to getting what it needs. That's what it is. And for too many people, they're running on a nutrition deficit. So when your body's just not getting what it needs for long periods of time, then you develop chronic inflammation and all sorts of other problems. And this is what people are really suffering from. They're suffering from a nutritional deficiency that's probably lasted for years. They probably never, some people, they go 10, 15, 20 years without even thinking about their diet, and they're just eating dog shit. You're just eating stuff that doesn't have enough nutrients, and your body just starts to get weaker. There's no way around it. And if you just turn that, start eating salads, eating healthy fish and some healthy meat, and just take some vitamins. Just take some vitamin supplements. Real simple. It's not. You just get yourself some multivitamins. Get yourself like a little thing of Athletic Greens or something. Like get your fucking health online. And once you do, you'll be like, oh, I feel so much better. This is all I had to do, and I'm this person now?
Yeah. Mentally so much better, much clearer, much happier.
Much happier. It's so hard, though, because we love mouth pleasure. Like, but to the point where people are poisoning their bodies to get mouth pleasure.
Yeah, and it's just, constantly pushed in your face. Everybody always knows. We talk about it all the time, the cheeseburgers 50 cents, salad like $5-6, is you have to make that effort. You have to be able to want to cook at home, and it's not made easy, and that's what I think we become as a society less cool and less appreciative of effort,
Yeah, but there's something really annoying about people that want you to eat healthy.
Yeah. That too. Get off your high horse.
Get the fuck out of here. If you're sitting there and you're having a burger and fries and enjoying the shit out of it, and some asshole next to you's got kale with shaved pecans and talking shit about your diet while they're pouring fresh olive oil on top of their shitty salad. Come on, man. Leave me alone. Leave me alone while I enjoy something gross.
Yeah, to each their own.
But I think as long as the majority of your diet is really healthy, then you can get in those fuck off days. It doesn't matter. Your body will bounce back. Mm-hmm. Just don't put it in a deficit. That's the whole key.
And that's where I've been coming from, and that's why I have to keep reminding myself, because I get frustrated when I'm out like these parties or whatever and see it's food everywhere and crafts everywhere, and I'm like, I have to stay focused on this diet, because I'm like, I'm 36 now, and I want to make sure that I'm at my healthiest, and I return this deficit when I'm 40, because when the natural aging process kicks in, I don't want to be like kicking off still being 230 to 220 pounds. I want to be like 200 and be able to coast and be a hot old man.
Hot old man. Yes.
'Cause
it's also way easier
competition's
to maintain.
less.
True. Yeah. It's way easier to maintain too than it is to like if you're in your 50s and then you start working out. Then it's hard, man. It's really hard. Like it's hard for me when I get out of shape. Like if I get hurt or something like that and I take a couple weeks off, you feel it like, whoa, it's way harder to bounce back. Way harder, like twice as hard as it was when I was younger. Like you got to be disciplined. You got to stay on the horse.
Yeah.
Stay on the horse.
That's what I've been trying to do now is I think, when you're younger, 20s, teens or whatever, you don't want to listen to anybody saying those things. And now I'm like, I'm starting to listen when someone I know, one of my friends are 50 or older, and they're like, hey, you need to do this now because one cheat meal for me is 2 weeks of work,
Yeah.